What's going on, guys? It's David back with another video. So in this video today we're going to go through my front squat progression that occurred a while back when I did this particular training program that I wrote myself. So this particular program, it lasted for 8 weeks, and the whole idea was actually just to build on weaknesses and exercises that I've just not worked on. So one of those exercises being the front squat, the other one being a military press, which we'll leave for another video. So let's talk about this program for a little bit. So the whole idea of it was on a basis of actually having a 3-day split. I ended up having a 4-day split. So day one would be a pure volume day, just to actually work with a moderate weight and actually try and get core volume in to practice some of those exercises. Day 2 would be a lighter day, and day 3 would be a max out, sort of as heavy as possible, really high intensity, low volume, and that would actually be facilitating that growth and actually really getting me to practice with those heavier weights. And day 4, finally, we're really just doing sort of accessories just to actually build on general weaknesses to try and improve and just be a little bit stronger. So let's get on to my actual front squat training then. This is week 2, day 3, one of the first heavy days. So this is 80 kilos with some triples. So I think one of the things that I probably found most difficult when actually starting to practice the front squat was to figure out sort of technical things. So things like, where do I put my hands, or what sort of grip should I take? Should I actually use my fingertips on my full grip? And actually, more importantly, head position and mobility. So with regards to most of that, I think what I kind of eventually figured out was the full grip was better, more so because it allowed me a bit more control, and also to actually have a much stronger sort of positioning where I'm actually racking the bar in the front position as well. And just generally, it just felt a lot stronger than actually if I just had fingertips, or if I used the classic bro cross-armed position, which I don't really enjoy very much. I just find it a little bit painful. But, you know, this works for me and it seems to be pretty good. So this is week 3, day 1 of the volume. So with a lot of this stuff, it generally just is good just to practice. And you can see how light this is for me. So obviously I'm not that good at front squats anyway, so it's a good opportunity for me to really practice each one of those little bits that we talk about. So particularly when it comes to actually the head position, something I've certainly found that was really helpful was actually to keep my head up. If I keep my head up more, then obviously the positioning of my torso has an impact towards that. And just generally, you know, I mean, for example, if I sort of, you know, keep my head position down, obviously then my torso, so as a result, is going to go down as well as I'm descending or ascending. But I think probably the biggest thing that made an impact was actually just trying to practice each one of my sets and reps, regardless of whether it's a warm-up and it's very light, to actually keep them very consistent. So even though I'm pushing my knees out, I'm actually, you know, squeezing my butt, and, you know, with regards to actually just the general torso positioning, trying to keep them more consistent. If they stay consistent, then obviously we'll have a better squat. So with the volume session here, this is probably one of the ones that I found difficult, but as you can generally see, it's just trying to be consistent to actually not have such shitty form. And obviously that's one thing that would actually I find that actually transferred over to a lot of my lifting. So now we're on to week 6. This is 90 kilos. This got pretty intense, so I also decided to put on some sleeves as well and cheat a little bit, but it's not I pretty enjoyed. But yeah, generally same again, pretty tricky, pretty heavy, but just trying to actually amp myself up and actually just force myself to do this, and I did get all 5, so yeah, I was pretty happy with that. So this is 95 kilos on the bar, and the goal was 4 reps. One of the things that I certainly found more difficult as the weights got a bit heavier was actually just trying to keep my torso upright, particularly when I'm doing multiple reps and generally I'm starting to get a bit tired. The torso does fall a bit forward, and it's really just kind of difficult to actually, make sure that shelf stays nice and strong. Obviously, if my torso does fail and just falls straight forward, I could always just drop the bar, but it's something that I never really wanted to do. But yeah, so this is the final session now, and we're rolling up to 100 kilos. So 100 kilos is the main goal. We got a couple of warm-ups. This warm-up felt pretty good, didn't have any complaints, and there's the real one here, so let's just watch that and see how we get on with it.
Mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, 'cause I'll be your star. Ain't no mountain, ain't